All right, likely my last video of the day. I'm pausing because there's people going, yeah, right. Sure. So Nikita Gusev, who was acquired by the Vegas Golden Knights at the expansion draft. So in exchange for drafting Jason Garrison and leaving other guys like Gord and whoever alone, they got the rights to Gusev. Gusev, his KHL team's been eliminated from the playoffs. I've been looking around trying to research what's going on. He's still under KHL contract until the end of April, unless the KHL team that he played for lets him out of his contract early. And he's on the list of initial players, anyways, for Team Russia for next month's World Championships. So, that contract could be declared null and void now, and he can sign his entry-level contract with the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, it adds to a plethora of talented players for Vegas, and of course, he could play immediately for the Vegas Golden Knights. Gusev, I'm torn on. And I'm torn on Gusev for the same reason that I was torn on Kovalchuk coming back. Shipachev coming over. Nigel Dawes being one of their top goal scorers and point producers. The KHL is a league below the NHL. There was always a lot of hype about players coming over from the KHL. And it is important to temper that hype. Yes, Dadonov came over and played great for Florida. Yes. Panarin came over, was a revelation for the Blackhawks. There is a chance Gusev ends up on that end. There's a chance he ends up on the Shipachev end. There's a chance it could be in between. Maybe he's a decent enough player. There will always be hype for players who are joining Vegas. I'm starting to understand now. First we saw that with Schultz. Now we're seeing it with Gusev. That if Vegas is adding a player, there will be a lot of hype surrounding it to who's this new player on this team. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that Vegas fans, a lot of them are new to the game. The Vegas Knights are a brand new team. Still relatively, it's only their second year, right? So these fans, this team, it's all a brand new experience. So when somebody joins, people are really excited. Whereas if you're a jaded fan of almost any one of these teams behind me, beside me, or at that end of the room, I sign a player, your reactions are either going to be awesome or, yeah, we'll wait and see how we screw this up. Depends on which team you cheer for. There are teams that when they sign somebody, your first thought may very well be, I can't wait to see how we screw this one up. This one looks like a slam dunk. Can't wait to see how this gets buggered. So Vegas is not in that camp. There's still a lot of excitement every single time a player joins the team. I get it. I understand it. So I'm doing this video now. Gusev, I don't know. I don't know whether we're going to see another Panarin out of him. He was a 7th round pick back in the day. I think it was 2012. He was a 7th round pick. Doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot where you're picked in the draft. It's what you become later. He's the highest scoring player combined career points by any player under the age of 27 in KHL history. And again, we will mention that some really, really stellar players in the KHL have come over and had middling careers in the NHL. Some of them have been pretty darn good. Gusev, it really depends, and there is, I've been looking, and depending on which site you read, either Gusev's coming over to join the Vegas Golden Knights right now, or he hasn't signed anything yet, so we probably shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. A video I just did on social media and all that, this is where the whole social media thing comes in, because social media will always get ahead of itself. We're always trying to be the ones scooping, right? I have to be the one to break this news, so I'm going to break the news. Like on the hockey news, it says Gusev joining the Knights will spark them kind of thing. Like, it's just a fait accompli that he's going to sign now. And it's like, okay, he could. By the end of the day, he may have signed with Vegas. He might be in their lineup for game, I'll say 3. Now, the other problem is this. So you're going to slot him in the lineup. He's not going to fit in the top 6. Probably gets a spot on the 3rd line. What if it has a counterproductive effect? Because that's always a danger when you've got a team that's in the playoffs and you're just going to add a player to that roster. He's not going to know the players he's playing with very well. How strong is his English? That could also end up being an issue, and I don't know the answer to that either. Could be great. Age 26, drafted in 2012, may have taken English a lot, may be great at it. Maybe he's not. Maybe that could be part of it. So there's a lot of different factors that come into this. It's not just always okay, this guy's really talented. this guy's going to go to the top. That's going to absolutely make the difference. There's, like I said, the hockey news is kind of making it like, look at this. This is great. And all I can think reading it is, okay, I went to Cap Friendly. I've gone through every different site I can look for. He hasn't officially signed yet. So how far ahead of the horse is this cart? Is it a day ahead, a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead? And then the question becomes, what does that do to team chemistry if you do throw him in on the third line? If he plays with Tuck and Eakin, fine. Brandon Peary, your career in Vegas is officially done. With the addition of Gusev, I would think there isn't a place left to put Peary in, even with an injury now. Peary gets the second designation as far as who gets slotted into the lineup. So, yeah, Peary's officially done in Vegas should they sign Gusev, as far as I'm concerned. That's just it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, I get it. Vegas fans are very excited for this edition. That's why I'm doing a video on it. That's why I'm wearing the All-Star jersey. For people who are wondering, this is the Parlay All-Star jersey. It's actually pretty nice. I'm pretty impressed that I got it because the Parlay jerseys are kind of fun. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. And again, I love the enthusiasm in Vegas. I know that that'll continue for at least another couple of years, I would guess. And then Seattle becomes the latest city with that kind of enthusiasm as well. Very interesting time. Let me know what you guys think of this edition. If you've seen Gusev play, what's his upside? How high do you see him playing? Is he top 6 next season? And if he is top 6 next season, who do they move out to make room for him? Do one of the veterans move out in exchange for Gusev? Or long term, is he going to be a guy that they use to trade out and maybe bring something else in? Because Vegas has a pretty crowded top 6. And if he's a top 6 forward, that could make things kind of awkward as soon as October. Playoffs is not a big deal, but October could be. There you go. Let me know your thoughts as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon.